but you have so many privileges that allow you to be able to say the bullshit that you be fucking saying. If I'm not mistaken, a couple months ago, maybe like 6 now, I'm not sure how old her baby girl is, but a couple months ago, she was screaming how she was discriminated against for being a black woman, giving birth to her child. Okay, cool.
Yeah, because they do
but
that.
But then at the same breath, you're sitting there and you're condoning white lives matter, all lives matter, talking about how black women are being overly sexualized blaming them. But you're blaming them for being overly sexualized, but that's what all these white men want.
So you're blaming her for something she has no...
I'm blaming white men. I'm not blaming her.
You are blaming her.
I'm not.
Your whole thing was to go against her.
So clearly,
you just now mentioned white men.
So clearly you wasn't listening.
You've been going against her. You've been putting your foot on her neck like George Floyd for the past 15 minutes. Yes?
My neck on these bitches like Cardi B. Fuck is you talking about? No.
Okay.
No. No and no. No, no, no
That's
and no.
not how you heard about Cardi B.
No. No. Because she sat there multiple times, downplaying black struggle. But when this bitch realized that she's a fucking black woman in America, now it's, I'm a black woman, why nobody care about me? Bitch, because you don't care about black women. That's why we don't care about you.
You don't think she knows she's a black woman in America?
No. I think she think she's one of them.
All right.
People.
All right, you answered my question.
Okay.
You answered my question.
Okay. So people, you see how also men want to silence me from talking about Candace Owens because she's a whole threat.
Because she
a
has
whole
no
threat.
power whatsoever.
But she does, though.
She really doesn't.
She does.
We
because
all have the same enemy. Why would we focus on her when she has no power?
Okay.
Regardless of whatever her opinion is.
I'm going to let you. I'm going to let him finish.
I'm
going to let him finish and then I'm going to talk.
But regardless of whatever your opinion is of her, she has no power compared to the motherfuckers that are in power. So we can go at each other's throats all day, but it's still the same motherfuckers in power laughing at us while we argue with each other.
I don't think they're laughing at us.
Yeah, they are.
They put Candace... Okay, are you done so I can say what I need to say?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I don't want to interrupt you. So, you say... nobody... They say what they say. Nobody got the power to make them say whatever. Blah, blah, blah. Is that correct, kinda?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so we're going to keep on the topic of Candace Owens, right? So you're saying that Candace Owens is saying what she wants to say and not what maybe the people that are paying her want her to say?
I don't know.
So what are you saying? I'm asking. That's what I'm asking.
I'm saying that at the end of the day, she has no power over what typical black women go through. So why focus on her when we all have the same enemy? Whether she realizes it or not, we all have the same fucking enemy. Why would I focus on anything that she says, whether I agree with it or not? She has no power. She has no dictation over legislation, the law, or the way that things are going to go. She has no say-so at all whatsoever. Why are we at each other's throats over perspective? They can have their perspective whether I agree with it or not. But at the same time, I realize that that's not my enemy, because even if their perspective is 100% right, they can't enact it.
Okay. Are you done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So when you say that just because they have these certain point of views, it doesn't affect anything because they're not in a specific... Correct me if I'm wrong, though. but the point that I'm getting, or the point that I'm seeing, is you're trying to say that these people that we are kind of like demonizing or thinking that has like a certain power that they don't have, is that at the end of the day, they don't make policies, or they don't make rules, or they have kind of like little to no value other than their own opinion.
Yes.
In the community or whatever, right?
100%.
Right. Okay. So, can I
absolutely
say something about that?
I want you to.
So, my opinion on that is, yes, you're 100% right on that case where you're saying that their words and what they're doing either within or without the community doesn't affect us, right? Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I feel like because these, for lack of better terms, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm going to just call them what I feel like they are. Mm-hmm. But because of these coons, fake power liberation people, I think that it makes it harder for people to be able to speak out and to make a change, because at the end of the day, you have black people debating black people on a situation where I feel like we should all know, regardless, like, let's just say like a black Republican was to debate a Democratic Republican.
A black Democrat.
At the same,
you said
yeah, I said black Republican. Oh, my bad. Yeah. No, sorry. But let's just say, right?
Yeah.
That they, we look at their arguments, right?
Yeah, the ideology is different.
Us as black people, I feel like it's lack of education. I know it's mostly lack of education, but a lot of it is also being influenced by people that other people see as great quotes, or for the people quotes. Black people, you should know what that means. But a lot of people look at other people that are supposedly for the people, or civil rights movement in real time, or they make these big old hashtags. But little do we know, or little do we realize, that the only reason why they're making these hashtags is because they end up getting financial gain. They don't care about us. And until we realize that these people don't care about us, I'm going to say that again. Until we realize that people do not care about us, it's going to take the longer for us to get out of where we are. But the faster we realize that people don't care about us, I think the faster we'll be able to get out of whatever we're in. But we keep depending on these white, quote-unquote, saviors. These white people that are allies. These white people that want to make videos condemning racism. But at the end of the day,
that ain't the rabbit hole you want to go down.
I do. Because at the end of the day,
no, you don't. You don't, nigga. Let's go.
Let me finish, because I don't want my message to not be heard.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, at the end of the day, these people that are claiming to be allies, these people that are claiming to be, like, against white supremacy, they still benefit from white supremacy. So, at the end of the day, we as black people, or we as people of color, whatever you want to describe us at this point, because I feel like I don't know the right terminology, but us as black people, and I'm talking to African Americans that was brought here on ships, that their ancestors was not tallied or was considered 1/3 of a person.
3/5.
3/5, sorry, of a person that had to work the fields, that had to be raped, that had to carry the white man's child, that had to then take care of that white man's child.
No black nigga had to do that.
I want y'all to always remember that regardless of what these quote unquote woke and they demonize the woke movement as well, and that's a whole nother different story and different topic. But these quote unquote woke people, they're just as fucking racist as the rest of them.
You got that right, nigga. You got that right.
And until y'all realize that, and I'm talking to the black people that are like, they make mistakes, or I got white friends that don't do that to me.
Which they don't.
Until you realize that is a selected few.
Ooh, wow. What?
I'm going to repeat it. Until you realize that is a selected few of white people, we can never prosper. Like,
when
y'all
K-Dub turned to Nat Turner. Get the fuck out of here. What? When K-Dub turned to fucking Harriet Tubman.
The black community loves to blame, as we should. I'm not taking blame away from nobody, but us as black community, we love to blame systematic racism and discrimination and whatever has
victim
us, right?
blaming.
Mind your business. Let me finish. And see, this is what I be talking about the black community. They hear a little bit of some criticism, and they act like it's the worst thing. No.
Victimization.
Victimization to me. We've been forced to live in a society where we need, or like, we have to claim victim. We don't want to. God knows we don't want to, because that's not in our DNA to be victim. We deal with the cards that has been dealt. But the fact that white people and people that want to be associated with white people so much pressure us and being or feeling guilty for shit that we had to endure.
There you go.
Minus that. Anyway, we've been programmed to feel guilty about shit that we don't need to be feeling guilty about. Until we're able to, in my opinion, I'm not speaking for everybody, my opinion, because K-Dub opinion.
You know what I mean?
Until we're
50% of the New Haven Connect podcast, nigga.
Until we're able to allow the back, like, let's say I started a YouTube and half of the comments that I received was, "Oh, you're being racist toward white people."
Oh, which you will.
You're doing this.
Which you are.
That, whatever. That should never discourage POC, especially black people, from doing what or saying what they feel is right. Because at the end of the day, honey dip or sir dip, you're right.
Or
you're fucking right. You're right. Racism and policies are rooted in racism.
Sound like we gonna need a part 2.
Yeah, well, listen. I'm gonna end this with that. Black people and people of color who are, for lack of better terms, feeling ashamed, for feeling bad for their black counterparts, and while their white friends are demonizing them, because that's trauma.
No, we're gonna have to continue this on part 3.
Okay.
Of our New Haven Connect.
We'll finish it. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm so passionate about it. Okay, bye.
Bong, 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 bong.